Welcome back to the 2020 Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova Champion Discs. They're starting to chase Nate down. Let's see if he can hold him off. I'm Ian Anderson, again joined in the booth by Mr. Nate Sexton. Let's watch some disc golf. We are back for some more round 2 lead card coverage, and like we mentioned in part 1, Nate, this is the first time you don't have the outright lead.
Yeah, we got a tie. Garrett coming up to match me at minus 27, and the other guy's not far behind. Also, people playing well on second and third cards, so anybody's game.
It is. Yeah, we got another round after this as well. A hole 10. We got some danger on this one.
Yeah, OB down that whole right side. Pretty good distance at 378. One tree to miss. I think a common play would be a forehand driver if you have the power for it.
Yeah, it's a pump though. A little bit uphill as well. Double G.
A little bit left. Gonna be maybe 45 feet.
I think it's a color glow T-bird. Got a G right there. That's kind of a putt you don't want though, right at that OB.
Yeah, a little bit scary.
And Ricky disking up to a destroyer.
And this looks good, but it's moving right pretty quick. Needs to sit. Didn't sit. Yeah. That's going to be out of bounds.
Unfortunate there. He could save a par, though. He's at least pin high. Tristan. This is going to be an Opto Ballista Pro.
And that appears to be about 15% power.
Doesn't it? And then it's 64 miles an hour.
And 400 feet.
What?
Pure hyzer.
He's the double G of forehands. You're going with the Excal here?
Yep.
Full power mash, I'd imagine.
It's pretty close. I'm not trying to go crazy, but that's like a controlled power, just pretty big shot.
That's a pretty big shot, Nate.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
That's beautifully done. Even missing on the good side away from OB over there.
Yeah.
Double G. I guess it's not too scary of a bid when you're double G.
Yeah, it's pretty far to the out of bounds. Just a little low for him there.
Ricky coming back after the OB drive, looking to save that par.
Oh, just off the edge. Going to be a bogey.
Rough break for Rick there. He's going to drop him back off pace a little bit. Tristan.
Nicely done.
He is keeping pace.
And you're saying him double G of forehands. I really think double G can be the double G of forehands because my general theory, and I bother Simon about this all the time, if your arm moves fast one way, I promise you it moves fast the other way. So if you're the type of guy with that explosive motion, look at Eagle McMahon. If you have that power, the forehand is in there.
I can get behind that logic, Nate.
You just need to practice to let it out because double G in him somewhere is a 470-foot forehand. He just hasn't learned it yet.
You did it already with the backhand, right?
Sure.
You had that mash from forehand. You're like, I bet I could do it for backhand too.
Sure.
We were talking about this with Corey a little while ago. You're one of the few people that's taught themselves an amazing backhand later in the game. Or later in your career.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because just most people, I think, don't come up quite as forehand dominant as I did. But yeah, you definitely need both.
Yeah,
and it's fun to throw far. The backhand just goes farther.
The chicks dig the long ball, Nate.
They really do. Garrett will tell you.
Hole 11, par 4. It's sitting up on this mound, but there is that OB right and as well as the green.
Yeah, this one's a short par 4, but yeah, there's some trouble to get into. It's one of the easier holes on the course, though, I would think, especially when you got the power that these guys have.
Yeah, clearing the green, not a problem. Tristan, this is a gold line Ballista Pro, excuse me.
And that's 68 mile an hour from a 1 mile an hour walk up. And sliding way up there, that's going to be almost like a eagle look, kind of long look.
Yeah. Wow. What a mash. That's a destroyer from you.
Yeah, my focus here is not so much to go straight over the green, but to keep a little bit of hyzer angle to have energy to move left off the green. Because the last thing I want is to throw like perfect flip up that lands flat on the green. And often you won't get a very good skip if you land dead flat. It has a lot of friction.
Yeah, exactly, right?
So I'm trying to do exactly that. Go kind of long left of the green, play like a 450 shot or so.
And there's even a nice little alley over there, too, to the basket.
Yeah. And it looks like Garrett, he probably wanted a little more flip, but that's still getting way up there.
That's the good miss, though. He's not going to.
Yeah.
He's not.
You don't want to go. You don't want to mess with overturning it and going in that water.
Yeah. And Double G should have no problem getting up and down from there. Ricky, that's his destroyer, or one of them, I would imagine. booming it. This is a good distance line.
Yeah, a little low, but has the energy easily to go sliding across that green. And that's going to, Rick makes those.
He does. Here you are. What are you looking at, Nate?
Just a blind hyzer kind of. I'm just trying to move my head around, catch a little flash of yellow off the flag. I'm just throwing that soft dart. Main goal there is just to get around the tree with some height, and there's not a lot of problems on the green, so I know it's going to sit if I just don't early release and clip that tree.
Nice little bonus roll. Tristan?
Kind of a bid right up to it.
Drop in birdie. And we are looking at double G over there, left-hand side of the frame. Just pitching up with the Sonic, it looks like.
Nice and easy.
And we'll see how hard Ricky goes at this one.
I'm guessing all out. Yeah, he tried to make that.
He did try to make that.
For sure he did. And he will. He always will. He's never going to lay that up. That was a very, very comfortable distance for him, even though nobody can make that at a high percentage. It was probably an 80-footer. Mm-hmm. But he's got as high a percentage as anyone who's ever played from that range.
And also importantly, he's got the comeback percentage.
Yep.
He's banging that no matter where it lands.
Yep. Pretty unsurprising result here to see all birdies from this group.
Yeah, and we saw, I think the whole played a third stroke under par. It's a little soft. Ricky he's got that curl.
Yeah.
He really spins it. And he's going to need to spin it on this one because it is a beast of a hole, Nate.
Yeah, par 5 though. So at 987, it's honestly not that long considering how open it is. So it is on the right side. You've got OB right and left, one sand trap to think about, and then the basket kind of tucked into the right up here next to the fences. So you really don't need to do that much to get in there for a birdie putt. Eagling it, certainly possible.
Yeah, definitely, especially with a double G on the card.
Yeah.
Tristan on the box, probably going Ballista Pro.
Oh, a little bit of a grip lock perhaps, and this is just drilling that tree. But he's not out of the, birdie is not out of the question. Thanks to the fact that this hole is fairly short for a 5.
Destroyer from yourself.
And this is just kind of weak. 61 miles an hour. Come on.
You got 64 in there at least, Nate.
I feel like, I don't know. I want to try. Get me in the practice field. Let me see if I can get a 70 sometime.
I bet you could. Double G. This is going to go far. Oh, my goodness.
75.
Oh, it's going to
get back left. Just barely touched that tree. Didn't matter. Over 500 feet.
And Keen didn't move, and he had to turn around for his shot.
And Rick's going to go roller.
I love this play, which should not be shocking. Oh, no.
That is so ridiculous.
Somebody grind that thing down next year.
Yeah.
Just brutal. I think he's going to go back to the roller.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, nothing in the way now. Not that there was anything in the way before except one random tiny stump.
Right.
But this is good. Getting up there to the right side. Within 300 feet for sure. Might be a little tricky, though. Kind of got into that palmetto.
He did. That drive was with a Star Wraith, for the record, if you're wondering what Ricky's rolling.
Okay. And this is just crushed. Just a simple 430-foot forehand flat to hyzer.
Wow.
Incredible. In the rain, nonetheless.
No doubt. You're just trying to get up there. I mean.
Yeah, I'm just trying to throw another far one. I thought about even a forehand. Because this was bad. Like that's probably a 380-foot destroyer shot.
Yeah, you were hating this one, but
I hated
it's fine.
Yeah, it's I could have thrown a forehand farther than that. It just was getting pretty rainy, and I picked up the disc, tried to dry it off best I could. Kind of starting to think about your footing a little bit as the grass gets wet, and it was just a bad shot all around. But not a disaster because it didn't go out of bounds or anything.
This is not a bad shot.
No, this is hyper aggressive, going roller, and moving right.
And he went right past the pin. We unfortunately lost the second cam there.
Oh, man. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, that's where he ended up, though. Incredible.
Yeah. You want to hear something? You want to hear Thomas Gilbert's story?
Yeah, always.
So as we watch this nice forehand, this is going to find the green. Thomas told me that he went a pedestrian 580 off the tee.
Uh-huh.
And then he ripped a roller, and it went up onto that golf green that you can barely see in the distance. And then it turned around, and then he had about 280 backwards.
What?
So he's over 200 long in two. and he had to come back to the basket 250 feet. Then he got his birdie.
Tomcat don't play, man.
But he threw it almost to the next basket in 2.
That's incredible.
We're talking 1,200 plus in 2 shots.
Well, he just won the distance comp last night, so I'll
663
believe that.
feet bomb in the rain in the dark.
Incredible, man.
So, yeah, look out.
Yeah, that vid's on our Instagram if you want to go check it out.
Eagle putt.
Get it, G.
Just short.
I wanted that one
Me
so
too.
bad, man. That
Me
was
too.
incredible.
Even if it means letting him catch up to me, I want to see that.
He said he lost his roller Wraith, too, so he picked up that Roadrunner, and he's making it work.
A Roadrunner.
I know.
I'm surprised. It played pretty stable, too.
It must be a brand new one. They're pretty beefy when they're brand new, kind of like Sidewinders.
Mm-hmm.
Nice birdie putt from Tristan, not to be overlooked. Ricky's going to have one of his own. Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of a...
Almost a balk.
Little bit. Shaking it off. Makes the putt.
Tristan ripping off 4 in a row here.
Nice.
He's sitting just 1 back of yourself. Well, now he's 2. Nope, still 1, sorry. That was your birdie. There's double G dropping in. Casual bird from him.
This was a nice putt as well. Almost circles edge. Feels like he's made quite a few of those already this round.
He really has, yeah. Not wrong about that. And we're on to hole 13. This one is a pump to get up there.
This is one of the hardest holes because you've got out of bounds green, hazard sand trap, basket perched on the little knoll. You're 453 uphill.
Yeah.
So this is a real man's birdie for sure.
Are you even trying to get the bird?
Nope.
Yeah.
And again, that's some of that is a practice time issue.
Yeah, okay.
But I didn't even entertain, I didn't even have time to try to see what would happen if I played aggressive here.
Yeah. Because if you come up short, you are probably OB. Tristan, Ballista Pro. And that is just yanked. But that's actually a nice spot to be.
Yeah,
over off to the right. The
all.
upshot's a little easier from over there.
That's basically where I'm trying to go. I'm just going 90% forehand here. Not trying to do anything crazy because I think if I flip it, I could go sand or perhaps onto the green.
Sure.
So I just kind of toss it up here, skip it to the right.
Take your 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, if there's one pin not to even try for at this course, it's definitely this one.
Yeah. And Garrett is trying for it, but it's a little right, catches those trees.
And he's hanging out with you, I think, actually.
It's really interesting to me that I can throw a 62-mile-an-hour forehand and backhand, yet they go such different distances. What physics is at play there? It's interesting to think about.
Yeah, the backhand, you can spin it.
Better or worse?
More than a forehand.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll
hold. Stay in the air.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's cool. And this is a fantastic drive from Ricky. Over the hill, in the circle.
That is crushed.
So good.
450 uphill. They had to play at least 500.
Nice approach with the Sonic.
That thing nestles beautifully.
I've got a long jump putt here with the dart.
Half go? Or are you running that thing?
No, not running.
No.
It's too far.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I think I would lose my line if I tried to throw it hard enough. It's already kind of maxing out my jump putt, just that.
Tristan. Nice. It's a little short, for being honest. Ricky staring down a stroke on the card if he can bang this one.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. It really impressed me how fast he recovered from that weird little hitch.
And then he the putt.
Right away, he just reset and made it. And I was telling him, Rick, you can fall if you don't let it go. Because he looked so, we're laughing about it now. He's like, actually, I guess I could. But he's just so used to trying to hold his balance.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said he felt a little hitch. Probably one of the latest stops I can remember seeing.
That was wild. Yeah.
And it's impressive, just to have that kind of command. Don't worry about what if it looks weird, no. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't take the shot. You still reset, make the putt. I mean, just shows a guy who's really secure in his skills and in his game.
Definitely. There's double G, cleaning up his par. A little movement in the background on that one. And you're cleaning up your par as well. Game plan?
Yeah, fine with that. That was actually the only hole that I got 0 practice shots on.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of all the holes on the property, just because I had a lot of other obligations. First tournament of the year, just 3 days to practice, trying to film some videos, do team photos, all that stuff. It's a busy time.
Welcome to 2020. I just want to send a huge thank you out to all of our Innova throwers that have supported the Tour Series program. Every player on Team Star and Champion has a special signature disc available at the Innova factory store and at retailers around the world. Huge part of what keeps us able to do what we love and be professional disc golfers out there on tour. So thank you so much for supporting it.
All right, guys, back to the action. We've got to thank Innova Champion Disc for getting us out here, bringing this beautiful coverage of Wild Horse. Hole 14 is a pump, Nate.
Yeah,
another one.
It's really similar to the last hole in that it's got OB right next to it, a little uphill, really far. It's one of those ones where you can totally understand laying it up, and if you want to get aggressive, it's a great opportunity to do that because you are probably going to get a stroke on 95% of the players.
Sure. And Ricky, this is pretty shanked, Nate.
Yeah, he said he early released that, and he said hit the tree. And
did it really?
And
Okay.
he wanted it to, and it got a little piece and slowed it down.
Yeah, from going OB, right?
Yeah, he was worried about that one.
Rightfully so. That was a T-bird for the record.
Okay, and take a look. 441 uphill. Didn't really flip, right? This is just kind of flat.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some orange paint under that disc.
He's in the circle, man.
And so that is 410
Yeah.
or so.
Cash.
Slightly uphill. I mean, unbelievable. I'm not even really attacking this. I throw kind of a half speed or off speed anyway.
Yeah.
And just try to flex it up here a little bit. But I want to try attacking it now. Now that I saw because when I saw Tristan's drive from the tee, I'm like, nice shot, 60 short.
I thought so too.
And we got up there and I was like, oh my gosh, like maybe I need to rethink how I play this hole.
It moved. Double G playing this hole in an entirely different way.
Yeah, and that's a luxury. That can work.
But it does
came a little short.
Yeah, I thought he was getting closer on that one. I don't know if he caught a tree
Yeah,
or
really
something.
hard to tell,
Yeah.
especially with the sun and the rain and everything. It's really hard to track the disc up there.
This is a pig from Ricky. Get off that green.
Sliding off the green nicely.
That'll be fine for a par. And Nate, you're pitching up.
Yeah, a little forehand dart.
It was funny weather out there. It's raining and sunny at the same time.
Yeah, and it was kind of cold.
It was a little chilly. This is a perfect Sonic shot, though, if there ever was one.
Yeah, keep the height.
Little nose-up floater with it. Yeah, just missed it. Slightly left. Here is Tristan for a stroke on the card in most of the field.
Yeah, highlight birdie. Just missed
He's
it.
been bagging so many of those. I really wanted that one for him. And Ricky making good on the par, and looks like we'll end up a little par frame here. See, I didn't even tell you that I had it framed this beautifully, Nate.
Oh, yeah.
And you hit it.
Oh, well, you can count on me from that range. I won't be on video if I'm missing those.
Accurate.
I'll be teeing off early morning.
You will. There's Double G making good. And Tristan dropping in his par.
You see that rain.
That's a cool shot. Slow-mo rain in the sun is...
Yeah, that's pretty lucky.
It's pretty awesome. Who was that? Do you know that?
Maybe Kona?
Kona? Yeah, I guess. A hole 15, we have some danger left and right on this one, Nate.
Yeah, it's a small green and long. Those rocks are OB long.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, path right, and there's a string line left, and you've got a lot of little brushy trees there that can stop you like 50 short. So kind of a little hyzer shot. Rick's going to go flex.
Yeah, ripping out the Firebird there.
But he slipped or something. That's really early. Could even be pushing OB, but probably fortunate catch that tree because
Definitely
that string
fortunate.
line, I'm thinking that's out of bounds if it flies clean.
Oh, easily. Tristan? He's going with a Lucid X verdict on this one.
Probably a pretty overstable mid. I'm thinking he wants that quite a bit wider, though, as this is drifting pretty far left, and that is out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't catch a tree like Rick, and he's sitting with an OB stroke. You're going in Germbird?
Yeah, Thunderbird. I was thinking rock, Casey rock, but a little bit of headwind, and that rock's been taking a couple scrapes in practice. So I really didn't want to mess with possibly straightening it out. So I went kind of half-speed driver, play for the skip, and loving it.
This is perfect, man.
Yeah, keep it low. Make
It's a
sure it
perfect
can
Thunderbird
get
hold
around.
again.
Yeah, if you're not going to have to throw it too hard.
Mm-hmm. Double G. It's a little early, it looks like.
And what is this disc? Did he tell you?
Is that Invictus again?
It could be.
Yeah.
I think it is actually. Yeah. So
that swirly purple one.
that makes me feel better about going driver. If G's going driver, no shame in it.
There you go. And Rick, fortunate to stay in bounds. Is he gonna make this?
Wow,
Oh
what a bid.
Just Ricky things. And Tristan, after that OB stroke, is going to try and get up and down and save a bogey here. Oh, maybe he was trying to say par.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Garrett, here's one of these little trees in the way, making this putt a little harder than it would otherwise be. Sneaks it through, but stays a little too high.
Man, it was there. And stroke on the card right there.
Not where you would expect to get it, but
No, and importantly, 2 on Tristan. There he is, no worries. Cleaning up the bog, but that will drop him back a little bit there. And you're sitting with what looks like a 2-stroke lead over Garrett right now. You have 3 left to play. There it is. You notice anything when we watch that? Like looking at your form or anything, or anything jump out at you?
Not really. One thing I thought about mentioning is, I'm trying to keep the corner of my eyes, keep my eyes forward throughout the shot.
Oh, interesting.
Just a little bit. And I think I could kind of see myself doing that there, trying to keep just the slightest contact with the blurry notion of your target as I'm throwing, especially when it's not full power.
Hole 16, big par 4.
Yeah, headwind was bugging me here. I didn't want to get the nose up. Usually I go air shot. But switching it up, going brand new Sidewinder here with the roller, and I could not see this at all thanks to that little tree. So I'm curious I think this is going to do a full curly cue based on where it was.
Yep.
Yeah, so it wasn't very good. It went straight, but I would like another 30 to 50 feet.
Yeah, I can see that.
I would like it to curl right instead of like rolling around like that.
And you kind of thought this was going to happen on an air shot where it's just not going to fade back.
Well, I don't mind if
much.
it doesn't fade back. My worry was either turning it too much or even worse, if you get it a little nose up and that wind gets under it, doesn't really let it flip, then you're OB left. So for me, the roller was made by the fact that my hands were getting cold with the rain and the wind, and I really didn't want to mess with possible OB. So then I decided to go roller. Unfortunately, didn't get it as well as I wanted to. And Garrett is also a little too turned over, but I don't think he's going to mind that spot. Far right really isn't a problem. It's a wide open shot, no more than 300 feet.
Yeah, looking right at it. Tristan, what's he reaching for here? This is a Gold Line Ballista Pro. He's been ripping these all day.
This one is especially ripped.
He gave it just the perfect amount of angle for that headwind, where he does get that fade back up the hill that G and Ricky didn't get.
Yeah, that is so good.
What a shot, Tristan. And see the basket just sitting up there on the top of the mound, just past the green. Looking at your second. You going Thunderbird again?
Yeah, this was another rock or Thunderbird. I'm probably 320 up to the basket. Decided to try to throw the driver. This is a little bit too wide. Needs to fight through these bushes. And doesn't quite do it, but I'm still in range.
Okay. Is the willow in the way a little bit? Or
A little bit.
A little bit. Double G, that Color Glow Rock 3.
And this thing has done no wrong.
Right? So I would expect similar results, and we're getting them, Nate.
Yeah, beautiful. And this is why I really want to be up farther, because then you can throw forehand into this hill.
Oh, nice.
So much easier, from my perspective anyway,
Sure.
than playing that backhand and trying to stick it on top of the hill. Ricky gets a little bit aggressive there, but
A little screw
again,
with the pig.
Still fairly close.
Tristan?
And this is cooked. Oh, I couldn't believe that.
That was a harp right there.
When he let it go, I was like, okay, it's in, but also it's out of bounds. I don't know. That thing is flying. Probably wouldn't have gone out of bounds. There's a lot of willows back there.
There are, yeah. So here is your bit. A little awkward, Nate.
Yeah, just outside the circle. I'm pretty happy with the effort. It was pretty obstructed.
Yeah, just a couple inches low. Ricky from the other side of the green coming back up the hill. And
Very nice.
yeah, he had a bit of a cleaner look there. It was interesting. He was kind of practice swinging through the willows, going to get his arm used to it. Definitely worked. Tristan, after a beautiful up, after almost dunking it.
Really nice. And Garrett's got the short putt left. And unfortunately, we're trying a new thing here. We've got a 4-group backup. We expect it to be about 45 minutes, and we're going to stay live with you guys.
So, yeah.
So you guys can really feel what it was like for us. So turn down your thermostats right around 55. Maybe jump in the shower and come out and just air dry on the couch. We're going to do about 45 minutes here, and then we'll get back to the action.
It's going to be great for the ad revenue.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I want to putt like Ricky when I grow up.
Yeah, me too. Sometimes when I'm outside the circle, I think do this like Rick would do it. Like, it makes my wrist go faster. And it usually works.
Love it. This hole, Nate, is
Strange.
That's the word for it, yeah.
But it's not necessarily bad.
No, it's not a
Triple
bad hole.
Mando, really tight woods. It's kind of refreshing to see a more technical hole when you're playing all this wide open stuff. But you've got to go under this little gate. Common play is that forehand Annie or like a flippy backhand. You don't need this to go super far. There's no reaching the hole, even though it is only 457. You're looking for about 300 of them right here.
Rick with the Firebird.
Standing still, great angle, fading back. I mean, I don't think he would change a thing.
That's the spot right there.
That was really good. And now we got a Wombat 3.
This should be fun to watch.
Yeah, signature Wombat 3 from Garrett. Very, very understable mid-range. He throws them beautifully. This isn't really usually the type of course to see it, but you see this thing. Look at it just flip up all the way through the flight. Such a great forehand mimic.
Isn't it?
Like it can do almost the same thing as a forehand for him.
Tristan, he is reaching for a Gold Line Ballista Pro. Well, that's a lot of disc for this.
That is a quick disc. And he's ripping it.
Oh, my.
It's going a little bit left. There's a lot of trees over there. But somehow he doesn't really hit him, and he's going to be barely out of bounds, and that's stopping him from being like the greatest drive ever.
Accurate.
If he gets back in bounds right there.
We have a Sexton Firebird from the man himself.
I'm trying to do almost exactly what Ricky did. It just catches some branches right there and kind of blows it up. But luckily, not in all that next stuff. I was worried it was going to be right in the heart of that.
Yeah.
So this is a tricky shot. There's OB all around the basket. I'm trying to go really high with the Firebird. Hope I get the distance right.
I was worried about not coming back in bounds, but
I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about going OB long.
Long? Oh, okay.
Because it's only like maybe 20 feet to those rocks behind the basket. But I'm really happy with where that ended up.
that's a Firebird spike from G. Well done, Garrett. And here is Tristan, not Ricky, through the willows over there. He's throwing his third shot right now after the OB stroke. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I didn't really see that. It's pretty hard to see the basket from where we're standing on this hole.
Yeah, it is pretty impossible. That was a fortunate treat, though.
And these are the sharpest angles you're ever going to see. Trying to go dead up and down, not even really swing the disc at all.
I wonder if we were going to see a grenade or something.
He kind of almost made that.
He did, didn't he?
I saw. As I said, we were waiting a super long backup. Kevin Jones did go grenade.
Did he?
On his second shot, because I watched like 3 or 4 groups play their upshots. I would run down there and watch them, see where they were landing, and just try to decide where the easiest spot was. And it's nice to be running around a little bit when you're starting to get cold.
Absolutely. It was getting late here. It was a lot darker than the video will have you believe.
Yeah, fading light, probably pushing almost 5:30 p.m. now.
It was, yeah. There you are, dropping in a nice birdie. Tristan will take the lone par. As Rick drops in his.
Yeah.
W putt really well today.
Yeah. All week, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if he's up near the top of the leaderboard, he's putting well.
Because he always throws well.
Yeah. That's what does it for most of us. You know, if you're up there, you're almost certainly playing an above average weekend on the green. This one's par 4, uphill 582. Definitely parkable for Tristan, Garrett, even Rick if he wants it. I think could probably get up there. Looks like he does not want it. I think this is Firebird.
It is, yeah. Just a layup shot. When it's such an easy birdie, it kind of makes sense not to go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm sure Garrett's going to go for it.
Yeah, and this is a tough little run up. He had to jump up like a 1 foot little like railroad tie
it was
situation at the back of the tee pad. Didn't quite get this flipped.
But he still threw it 76 miles an hour, Nate.
Yeah, and this is crushed. I mean,
yeah, he's pin high.
He's way up there.
That was a Wraith for the record.
But not quite as right as he would like. So he's got an absolutely easy upshot. And this is something I've never done before. And this is, again, just the fact that I'm just feeling cold. My hands are cold. I didn't feel like a backhand was going to do anything for me. So I've never thrown forehand off this tee that I remember before. But I just decided whatever. I mean, I just put it in play. It's going to be an easy birdie.
It makes sense.
Anywhere short of the green is fine. Usually I would like to be a little more aggressive, but just starting to lose feeling in the fingers just a little bit.
Well, the forehand is going to fade towards the basket where the backhand's going away.
It doesn't make a difference really at that point. Just want to be in bounds. And Tristan liked what I did, I guess, or maybe that's always his play. But he's got that hovercraft mode engaged, moving up the fairway pretty well.
That's a rare. I actually asked him before, and he's like, "I have no idea what I'm doing." So he might have bitten off your line there.
Yeah, I think if you're not trying to eagle it, it really doesn't matter. Just get it in play. And I think all of us were probably pretty tired, pretty cold, a little bit wet. Having a hard time imagining going 580 up a hill.
Yes.
I mean, I have a hard time imagining that on the most summery day. But these guys.
Great upshot right there.
Yeah, that was with my rat.
I thought that's what that was. This is a harp from Tristan.
A little bit long. There is OB back there, but that's fine.
Trying to channel his 3 years ago Ricky. Oh, he's thinking about it. Good shot from G there with the Sonic.
And that would have been for the tie.
Oh, that's right, huh?
If he made that.
Ricky with a good bird to end. Looks like he'll be sitting 4 back of yourself. Tristan. Looking to stay 3 back. He will do that. And getting to 33 down on the event, Nate.
Yeah, definitely my sloppiest feeling round so far, but still far from bad. I mean, it was still a solid day.
Rip off a 9?
9 under, yeah, about a 1040 rated round. So I'm pretty happy. I mean, it makes sense it would be a little sloppier with wind, rain, and cold rearing their heads in a way that they hadn't previously. So
sure.
We had a great time. Good group, good vibes, and mostly everyone played pretty solid.
They did, yeah. It was some really good golf. It was fun. It was a fun watch, absolutely. We are headed back out to the Innova course tomorrow. Yes. It's a great finishing course.
Yeah, it'll be fun, and I think the weather's going to get a little better. And look at Eric Oakley, minus 13, 1076, I believe.
Calm down with that.
And he has a bad blister on his finger.
Does he
was
really?
On the practice screen, like, I don't know what to do, this blister, and then he just comes out firing. Hot round. He's going to make an appearance on the lead card.
Well, that'll be a fun watch. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll catch you for the final round tomorrow.